Hey friends, good morning and welcome to today's prediction analysis. It's my pleasure to welcome you to an exciting day, a day that we will win, properly. So, again, I wasn't able to do a video yesterday, and the reasons are clear. But before I tell you about the reason, please join our Telegram channel. There isn't a day that we don't win a minimum of 3 or 4 sleeps on our Telegram channel. There isn't a day. And yesterday I gave a quick game, a live bet of 1.8 odds, right? And it won. It won within 15 minutes. So please do well to join the Telegram channel. The link to the Telegram channel is in our comment section. And of course, subscribe to this channel, share with friends, because if you stay with us, you'll be very, very profitable. The reason I didn't do a video yesterday was extremely, was simple. And the reason is there were so many fixed games. And the thing about match fixing is that it has come to stay. It really has come to stay. The day before yesterday, we lost, and those games were fixed. If you think I'm lying, most of you that criticize me about fixed matches, now so many of you, your eyes have opened. You now know what I'm talking about. I'm not lying for many of you. This thing is real. It is now part of football because tell me why a betting company should be sponsoring a whole league. Just check out the Romanian league. Just type on Google the sponsor of the Romanian football league. The entire league is sponsored by a betting company. And how do you think they gain? How do you think they gain from such sponsorship? That's a sponsorship that shouldn't work. It should never have been allowed in football. There's a conflict of interest. The Premier League teams, 50% of all Premier League teams are now sponsored by betting companies, right? 50% are now sponsored by betting companies. So think about it. Just think about it. 50%. And does it surprise you that Chelsea Crystal Palace played out a 0-0 draw in their first game? A game so many people had played both teams to score or even over 2 goals. They played out 0-0, deliberately avoided goal scoring opportunities as much as they could. And even a clear goal was cancelled, you know. So that's it, friends. The only way we can combat this issue of match fixing is by discovering new markets, trying out new markets, and that's what I always try to do here. So today will be based on experimentation, but I'm very positive about my experimentation today. And it's 4 odds divided into two. Don't stake the 2 tickets. Don't match the 2 tickets together. Stake them separately or choose your best game. So 2 games give 2 odds. The other 2 games give 2 plus odds. So for the first 2 odds, we have go ahead Eagles. I really hope they go ahead today and score us goals. So we have go ahead Eagles versus Sparta Rotterdam. So the thing with go ahead Eagles is, I mean, just look at their goal scoring record. Goals, goals, goals. 2.5 goals every time. It's crazy. Sparta Rotterdam, 2.5 goals every time. And their head to head, well, so one of them was a newly promoted team. So I wouldn't really use this head to head record. Okay. I'd rather focus on their current goal scoring form. Current goal scoring form, which shows that they score and concede. For example, go ahead Eagles played Ajax. I think last week also. And look at what happened 2-2. And since teams are returning, all these teams have the energy to score, concede, and just get a result. So what am I going with? I'm going with over 2.5 goals, not over 2, over 2.5 goals. I believe there will be goals in this game. So over 2.5 goals. And the reason I'm positive about this game producing over 2.5 goes back to um, yeah, so it goes back to their standing. So Go Ahead Eagles has played twice and gotten just 2 points. They will want to do better. Sparta Rotterdam has gotten 3 points from 2 games. So Both teams need to push, and these are usually teams that find themselves in the relegation in the relegation waters. So they want to pick as many points as possible at the start of this season. So it's for that reason, or for this reason, that I'm going with this fixture to do over 2.5 goals, and the odd is 1.61. Now, the second game to complete the first two odds is PSG Angers. PSG played out a 0-1 game in their first away game, which was also their first game of the season. But this particular game will be different. It's going to be very, very different. This is their first home game against a newly promoted team. Okay, I think Angers came 2 seasons ago, but Angers isn't on their level. Today, PSG will whitewash Angers. They will score them a lot of goals to officially open their season. And when you look at PSG's home record, they score a lot of goals. Angers away from home, they also score and sometimes concede, but expect PSG to do most of the scoring. Okay. So I'm giving two predictions. This is what you can do. You can play over 2.5 goals or PSG to score over 1.5 goals. Okay, so over 2.5 goals or PSG to score over 1.5 goals. Either of it should work. So when you match these two games together, you have a total of two odds for the first ticket. Now, for the second ticket, we are taking a non traditional approach to the second ticket. And we have Betis Alaves. Now, the interesting thing about these Betis Alaves is that Spanish games, okay, is that Spanish games, generally speaking, do produce short plays, okay. And most of these games, given that Betis plays out wide and Alaves defends deeply, so there's going to be a lot of touchline battles. And when you have a lot of touchline battles, you have a lot of throw-ins. So I'm talking about throw-ins, okay? Those throw-ins, that metric in football, throw-in. Teams throw in the ball when it goes out. So that's the metric we want to focus on. So we expect Betis to to attack seriously and frequently, and we expect Alaves to counter by defending deeply. So when that happens, expect throw-ins. So what are we going with for this game? We are going with the entire game to produce um, 25 throw-ins. So 24.5 throw-ins or 25 throw-ins. Okay, on Sporty Bets it's 25 plus, which is still the same thing as 25. It is not 26. So when you see 25 plus, it's still the same thing as 25. So I'm going to say it again: 24.5 throw-ins on 1xBet. It's 24.5 throw-ins on Sporty Bet. It's 25 plus. It's still the same thing. So and the odd is 1.72. So data definitely backs the fact that this game will produce a lot of throw-ins. And the final game for the second two odds, we have again PSG Angers. So again, expect a lot of touchline battles. And why you should expect a lot of touchline battles is because it's going to be oh sorry guys, it's there's a mistake. Yes, there's a mistake. It's actually going to be Bayern Munich, RB Leipzig, Bayern Munich. Sorry, yeah. One sec, guys. I made a mistake. It's Bayern Munich. Yeah. So let me just correct quickly. We can't make mistakes here. Yeah. So Bayern Munich. So yeah, we are going with Bayern Munich, RB Leipzig, and the reason we are going with Bayern Munich, RB Leipzig is because it's going to be a very physical game, and it's going to be very, very intense as well. And when matches are intense, what you should expect is that the battles will be physical as well. And when it's physical, you can expect, a lot of battles along the lines, close to the lines, that will lead to what do you call it? They'll just result in drawings, right? So that's why I think I have just corrected myself. Yeah, I had actually already selected Bayern Munich, RB Leipzig, but I mistakenly picked PSG. Yeah, when I was forming the ticket. So apologies for that. So yeah, so I'm going with Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Bayern Munich, Leipzig for this game, and for good reasons, right? For good reasons. I know many people will go along the lines of goal market. I also expect goal market to happen in this game. Um, yeah, I do expect goal market for this game, but I also think there is value in going for what do you call it? Yeah, there is value in looking at drawings as well, right? There's value in looking at drawings because a high intense game of this nature should result in short plays. So drawings, yeah, I'm coming up with it. 1 second, guys. Yeah. Um, yeah. So for drawings, what I'm going with here is this game to produce over 25 drawings. Okay, so over 25 drawings. So that's what I'm going with. Okay, over 25 drawings. But if you don't have that option, you can also go with PSG game to do 31 drawings as well. So either of that should work. So PSG game to do 25 drawings as well. So many of you may not have the Bayern Munich game, so you can just go with PSG hangers to do 31 drawings. So let's actually stick with that, guys. I think let's stick with that, friends. Let's stick with the PSG game. Yeah, let's stick with the PSG game. The PSG game to do 31 drawings, please. Forgive the confusion. It's a bit of a slow day for me today. Yeah. So I'm going back to what I said. PSG to do 31 drawings, please. Let's stick to that, okay? So PSG to do 31 drawings. And as you would expect, the odd is 1.62, okay? So these are the matches we have for you. Let me just summarize them again because I think there's been a lot of mix-ups here and there. Sparta Eagles over 2.5 goals at odd of 1.61. PSG Angers over 2.5 goals at odds of 1.27. That's the first ticket. The second ticket, we have Betis and Alaves to produce 25 plus drawings. And then we have PSG Angers um, to do 31 plus drawings or 31 drawings. So either of it, 30.5, 31, it's still the same thing. And it's 1.62. So everything put together, and you have a total of 4.72 odds. I believe this game should fly. Let's pray for the very best. Thank you, guys.